I'm Bettina Anderson with Silverlaketosoho, and we are here at the bitter end with our featured artist tonight, Mr. Brendan O'Hara, who is an extremely talented, and if I may say so myself, devastatingly handsome musician.
Hi, Bettina.
Hello, Brendan. Have you played here before?
I've played here quite a bit, actually, over the years. This is a very, very historical spot for singer-songwriters like myself, and it has launched the careers of, been a part of launching the careers of people since back in the day when the West Village was going crazy with Bob Dylan. So it's nice to be on a stage where people like Billy Joel have played the piano, Norah Jones, Melissa Etheridge, the Isley Brothers.
And how does it feel to share the stage with?
Well, I mean, I don't know what it feels like to share the stage with them, but to be on the same
stage.
To have been on the stage. Say that, didn't I? No, it feels. I mean, it's that sense of history really is there with the piano. That sense of history, I think, really comes with the experience you have with your sound engineer, with booking here. It definitely has a really good feeling. Like this is how it's done. This is how it's done and how it works for 40 years.
And how would you describe your musical style?
I think I'm calling it roots rock these days. Roots rock. It's gets its inspiration from roots, rhythm and blues, reggae, rock and roll, but kind of a throwback version. And then I think lyrically becomes a little bit more modern.
And who would your musical inspirations be?
Oh, musical inspirations. I mean, people and the newspaper are probably more inspiring musically than, say, other musicians. But I grew up on songwriters like James Taylor, Billy Joel, Bob Dylan, the Beastie Boys, A Tribe Called Quest, Dave Matthews. It runs the full gamut,
And you have an album out, Champagne and Apple Juice, that you can buy on iTunes. And are you working on a new album, or are you writing? What are you working on right now?
I am working on 2 albums. One of them was recorded to tape live in New Orleans, and we did that about a year ago. And it just takes that long to kind of let the music sit, breathe, want to change some things, and then get everyone who was playing that first time back in the studio to create more magic. So that record's about 85% to 90% done, and then I'm doing a very different project that's like a real to tape live, no click track. And then this other project I'm doing is really on my own, aside from a few musicians here and there, and that's me sitting in my little studio playing drums, playing bass, playing keyboards, singing vocals, backup vocals.
How long would you say it takes to kind of lay down a track?
If it doesn't get erased halfway through because I'm a technical idiot, I'd say it takes, I think a track a day is reasonable, but then again, you got to let it breathe and you got to come back and revisit. And if you're somebody who searches for validation, you might play it for people. A lot of people say you shouldn't do that, but I do. And then that informs the editing.
And right now you're kind of on a tour. You have a working relationship with the liquor industry. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I can. I guess like the music industry is many things now, and that's the ice machine. It's many things. Like what I found, or I just kind of lucked upon, was that I was playing these kind of higher end cocktail lounges in Miami, which is where I'm based, and those higher end cocktail lounges are frequented by those who enjoy high end cocktails. And some of my biggest fans become bartenders and mixologists, and liquor sponsors kind of come along with that. It's a huge industry, and it's really supplemented, my kind of fledgling, non-signed career thus far. So I work with Russian Standard. They sponsored the CD release of Champagne Apple Juice, which you can get on iTunes, and that was awesome. And the experience was great, and cash in kind, and we gave them as much credit as I think was due. And then now I work with Appleton Estate Rum, and we're doing shows every Monday, and it's designed to entertain a bartender.
Are those shows all over the country? Or?
Yeah. I mean, it's right now, and seasonally we're doing Miami, New York, Boston, San Francisco. Those are major cocktail markets and major music markets. So it's that music cocktail thing, I think we'll probably do this a lot more often, but I don't want people to steal my gig.
People like to drink and listen to music.
Yeah, and I write songs that are fun to drink to, I think.
And dance to.
And dance.
So if we want to check you out, where can we go to see you?
When, like, the website or like what
Well,
venues?
what's your website?
Okay, website is www.brendanohara.org. Somebody got .com, but it's not up. Brendan, BRENDANOHARA. I'm pretty sure you know .org.
And if someone wants to catch a live show, can
yeah,
they?
it's all on there, and so it differs. But I have a residency at the W in South Beach, but that again is kind of seasonal. We're out at Surf Lodge in Montauk, which has been really great and it's very supportive. The Bitter End will hopefully be regular. I've played at Ella Lounge on the Lower East Side often, and that's there's non-traditional venues, there's traditional venues, there's a lot of in-betweens. But who knows what the future holds, Bettina?
And
who knows?
One question: what do you ask of your fans if they're coming to your show? What do you like your
Don't
fans
talk
to do?
and text. No, what do I ask? I ask.
Don't talk and text during shows. It's very rude.
That's just etiquette for everyone. But I guess that might speak to how entertaining we're being. What do I ask? I mean, come with like a joy in your heart. I mean, music is something, but I don't think I ask much. I would say, what do I offer? I offer 150% me, like in that song, and I can definitely tell you if you give a certain percentage, that cyclical relationship grows, and the music gets better, the experience gets better. I think that a songwriter needs to be heard in a sense versus some music. Like, it's nice to hear the song, so that requires a little bit more attention, but each to their own. We're just happy to have them there, and I mean, somebody might like the record, somebody might like the live show, somebody might like both.
New York. Yes, it is. Oh, Tiffany's a clever young thing, and all she ever wants to do is sing. A firm believer, you finish everything, but you got the guts to get started. Gonna take her from Madison, Wisconsin, all the way to Madison Square Garden.